Yo, what's up, people? Smooth 616 with another entry in my personal top 25 Emcees of all time. Yeah, number 13 is going to be, I represent Queens, LL Cool J. Now, I mean, a lot of the younger generation probably sees LL Cool J as, a pop artist or whatever, but, and maybe an actor, I don't know, but if you grew up in the 80s and the 90s, LL Cool J was hard as fuck, man. This guy could spit with the best of them. This album right here, I Can't Live Without My Radio, is by far one of my favorite albums of all time. This is Emceeing, this rawness, man. I mean, LL Cool J, when he recorded this record, I believe he was 17. I mean, so fucking far ahead of his time, ahead of the game. Nobody was battling like this. Like, he was just hard as shit. I Can't Live Without My Radio, just one of the best songs, man. Just one of the best songs. Dangerous, Rock the Bells, I Need a Beat, fucking amazing debut. This is an awesome debut by a teenager. I believe this album was actually recorded in '84. This is the one that came out in '85. But yeah, I think it might even be the first record on Def Jam. I can't remember if this album came out before Emcee's debut or if it was the second one, but it doesn't really matter. Early Def Jam recordings. This album was produced by Rick Rubin, which is pretty interesting, but fantastic. Definitely must own for everybody. The LL Cool J's second record released pretty much 2 or 3 years after in '87. Bigger and Deffer's, a bad record. Fucking hard as shit, man. LL Cool J, like I said, spit with the best. Dude is just, he was on a whole nother level in these days, man. Nobody was spitting like this. Like, the song I'm Bad is just, it's so hard, it's so listenable today. Like, I listen to these records all the time, so, like, I'm a big LL fan from, the up until around 2000, I would say, is when it started going downhill for me, but, we'll get into that. Another great record, I'm Bad, the rhyming done, 37, Break It Down, awesome fucking battle tracks in here. That was one thing LL Cool J was the best at. Walking with a Panther, released in '89. A lot of people said LL Cool J was kind of, I wouldn't say falling off, but he did have, I guess kind of the start. No, I mean, yeah. No, that's right. I Need Love is on this record. Probably one of the funniest LL Cool J songs ever. And every time I hear that track, I always think of Necros, I Need Drugs. But anyways, LL Cool J did have a softer side, and he started with that track right there. And there was a couple tracks on here too that were like that. But this album right here, just another great battle album. I love Going Back to Cali so much, man. Jinglin' Baby's cool. Big Old Butt. Songs like that, Dropping Them's dope. That pretty much this whole record, man, is awesome. Jealous is dope. Great record. Always love this one. I always think it's one of the most underrated LL Cool J albums. No one ever really talks about Walking with the Panther that much. Then on to probably the most famous record LL Cool J's done, besides his debut probably, but Mama Said Knock You Out, released in '89. Maybe 1990. It does say 90, but this album right here put LL Cool J on a different stratosphere. With the song Mama Said Knock You Out, of course. But this album right here, produced by Molly Mall, it's just sick, man. Every fucking track in here is awesome. The boom system, Around the Way Girl. I mean, it is what it is. That's, one of LL's softer songs, of course. He always has to have one of those tracks or two on an album. Eat 'Em Up album, Mr. Goodbar. Fuck, man. Mama Said Knock You Out. Milky Cereal, Jinglin' Baby. Break It Dawn, which is the diss track to Kool Moe Dee. Him and Kool Moe Dee had probably one of the best battles of all time going. Super sick. Yeah, this album right here is fucking probably my second favorite album, besides from the debut. Sorry. Here's just sorry, I'm really stuffed up right now. Yeah, here's just a single from Mama Said Knock You Out. Kind of cool. It's got original recipe on it. Sorry, the original recipe mix of the song, the long version, a couple other mixes. Kind of cool. I think up to 14 Shots in the Dome, released in 1993. Now this album right here, I would say a lot of people said Ella had kind of fallen off, you know, but I think this album's really underrated too, just like Walking Like a Panther. This album never gets any credit, man. I think it's pretty good, man. I mean, except for this song fucking Backseat on here. Once again, LL Cool J has to have one of those tracks on a record, you know, just one of those really fucking, just, but, you know, Buck Him Down. I think he's really hard to shit on this record, man. Buck Him Down, straight from Queens, you know. Ain't No Stopping This, Diggy Down. You know, there was cool tracks in this. Now, I believe this song, You're the Hip Hop, which I'll get into here, was actually recorded for this album. I believe it's recorded for this album. And, Molly Mall, big production, 2D3. Someone's positive was recorded for this album. But anyways, so K-Dep did this track for LL Cool J called You're the Hip Hop. They recorded it. What happened was the master got lost in the studio. You know, 20 years later, they're moving around the studio. They find the master. They press it up. It was a song that was supposed to be on here. Here's the 10-inch. You're the Hip Hop. This song is fucking awesome. This is such a cool thing. They only pressed 250 of these up of the orange 10-inch. This is what it looks like. It's really, really fucking thick. Awesome vinyl. But yeah, so like I said, they pressed 250 up of the orange vinyl. Got one of them. I got number 187. But this song is fucking fantastic. Absolutely love this track. It's supposed to be on here. K-Dep original. Fucking awesome. This is totally not available anymore. And then on to the Mr. Smith record, released 95. Now, I'm a really big fucking fan of this album. I thought this album was awesome, man. Like, after 14 Shots of Dome, which came out, you know, a couple years previous, I was a really big fan of this, man. I wasn't the biggest fan of, like, lounging and stuff, but it's got a Shot You on it, and the remix, it's fucking sick, man. Hip hop is super cool on here, man. Halls to Hollywood's good. Get the Drop on him is fucking sick, man. Love that track right there. Hip hop, I think I said that. Doing It, whatever. Hey Lover, I actually really do like that song. What else? No Airplay. Fuck, you know, the whole record's good, man. It's got the mid-90s sound. I think LL Cool J is really good on this record. Kind of underrated, actually. I'm not a big fan of like compilation records. I find myself buying them every once in a while. I think I got this All World record for free from somebody. That's the reason why I have it. This does have the alternate version of Lounged on it. I think it's the video version, which the album version is a lot different. I think that's pretty much the only reason why I kept it, because every other song on here is on previous records. There's nothing special about this at all. And then on to Phenomenon. Now this album, I didn't mind. I'm not a really big fan of the song Phenomenon at all. The first single off here. I like the 4-3-2-1 song, and I think it was interesting that LL Cool J dissed Cannabis on the track and he was on the track himself. I don't know. It's okay. Otherwise, this album's not really that great. I didn't mind the song Father. It's kind of cheesy, but at the same time, you know, you feel it though. But, you know, it's okay. And then on to the GOAT album, which I can't fucking find. I have the album somewhere, and it's not in my LL Cool J collection. But anyways, GOAT came after this one. It's an alright record. It was very poppy and shit like that. And it was kind of the downfall. That was the first record that by LL Cool J that I was not really feeling at all. There was a couple decent tracks. And then we get on to LL Cool J's 10 record. Now, basically the next 3 records, they're kind of write-offs for me. This is when LL Cool J was just on a whole different fucking pop level for me. And LL Cool J with his shirt off, gross. But you know what, man? This album the problem is with this album, beats, just horrible. I don't know what the fuck else. I don't know why LL Cool J didn't stick to doing, you know, decent stuff, but I don't recommend this. The Definition, another album right here. There's, like I said, there's a couple decent tracks on here. I actually can't even remember what the fuck they are because I've only listened to these albums a couple times. Could never bring myself to getting into them, but you know, I don't recommend this album either. And Todd Smith. I can't even remember. Honestly, can't remember the fuck. But all I remember is it's just being like fucking mainstream just garbage, man. But yeah, Todd Smith, don't recommend it either. But then we come to Exit 13, LL Cool J's last album on Def Jam, which I actually did like a lot of his tracks on here. I thought he stepped up his game, kind of got away from a lot of that type of shit. But yeah, the song Dear Hip Hop on here, the very last track, is fucking awesome, man. It sounds like very vintage LL Cool J. Pretty cool stuff, man. So, you know, it is what it is. I believe he does have a new record coming out, but that also remains to be seen too. I think he's been really busy with the whole acting thing and stuff. But yeah, so LL Cool J, I mean, I recommend pretty much all his records up to GOAT. I mean, some people like that record, but, you know, everything previous to that, from his debut up to about 99, all good stuff. But, you know, LL Cool J does have a really, really big discography. I guess the 13 records right now. And I'm still baffled about that GOAT record. I don't know what happened to it, but anyway, so it's LL Cool J, number 13, represent Queens, one of the best battle rhymers of all time. My opinion. Like I said, this is my personal list, so thanks for watching and subscribing. Peace.